Yo, and good evening, or good night, good morning, wherever you are. Stock, welcome. I started on Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth earlier today. Played like 2 hours. Really neat narrative story. More of a novel game than an actual puzzle point and click, but still cool. But let's go. Let me just make sure it doesn't. And the game is not capturing as always. Beautiful. Why are you not capturing? It should be. There we go. Guess it's just slow. Yeah, I know. Continue. So now we got to find the letters from last night. Let's look at the tablet. A writing tablet. Daylight helps saving Campbell.
The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
Documents. Used to teach.
Prior James was working on a text. Our God is a consuming fire, and whom he destroyed shall be raised at the end of days and shall destroy him. The first line is from the scripture, but I do not believe the second one is.
Philip, we must focus on the letter.
Bible.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Expected. Robert of Gloucester. Name the day and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bownsmen will ride against Stephen of Blue. We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it the day he betrayed King Harry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him. Bartholomew, Earl of Sherry.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
Why me?
Because you have to. There's no other way. Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Ask about Francis' motives.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Agreed.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
You helped Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king. You were nominated on prior of Kingsbridge. You agreed to meet the bishop. We reported Marcus the thief. Brother Paul Hotstone soothed his pain. Regimus still holds you in contempt. You found a message in the mill. You found beech nuts from Miller's garden. So that's chapter 1 completed? Chapter 2. Jack. Hunt for food. What do I have in my inventory? My slingshot rarely misses. A dead boar. Rotting. What a waste. Okay, there's no path I can go here. Okay. He doesn't want to pick it up then. Okay. Open my map menu. Okay. Oh, what was this? Can I use the slingshot on the boar?
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not. So, okay. I don't see anything obvious here now. Is there anything else but the boar? The reefs I can't do anything with. Oh. Hoof prints. Deer marks. fresh. Stay alert, Jack. So found the hoof prints. Can't go deeper into the forest. There's the deer. Let's take the slingshot. Shoot the deer. So close. Now don't fail, Jack. Yeah. How's this so far? I've assisted buying a ton. I would say it's not a typical point and click. It's more a narrative story. It's built on a novel. So you don't expect like puzzles. Of course, you have your inventory. You have to go around and use your inventory and different stuffs. But it's very narrative, and it's more the story, the art, than the actual point and clicks. But it has amazing voice acting. You can see the art. I love the art. The music is great. There's a lot of exploring to do. But I would say it's a not a Telltale game, but you're in between a Telltale and a classical point and click, where the premise is the story and the focus is the story and the art, and then the interaction with the point and click comes later. Visual novel, yeah. But great voice acting and great story so far.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain.
Remember the verse. Think harder.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain.
Before him not a single fort remains.
Before him not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Soon I will know all by heart. So we've got a bookshelf. One book in France is in French, the other in Latin. Mother needs to chop more wood. Caves upon caves.
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
So he took the handmaid king. Smoke the meat. So we have to smoke the meat. There is the venison. Tools. Sacks. Our last nuts and turnips. Ellen's bow. Ellen and Jack keep a variety of short and long-range weapons in their home. The two lead their life as outlaws outside of the society and protection of the law. A bow can serve as an invaluable tool both for hunting and self-protection. Most outlaws were once accused of a crime but failed to appear for judgment. According to the law, their contract claims and ownership fell void. As outlaws have no rights, anyone can harm them or capture them and turn them in. Thus, many outlaws turn into a life of hiding and thievery.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Can we use the thing?
He deserves a worthier enemy.
Fair enough. So we got the sacks here, the castle, the tools, logs. Mother chopped the last autumn. Put it here.
Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly.
Wet wood. Guess we go outside and find something. Pile of rocks.
Huh? What's that?
What noise coming from the forest? For slingshot practice. There's some twigs. Wet wicks, perfect for smoking meat.
Mother will be proud. Now, what's that noise? I can't eat it raw.
Follow the noise. Can't build, can't throw. Good boy.
Good. He hasn't seen you.
Who is he?
A whip. That's what he is.
A whip.
That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
Is he a monk?
Is he a monk?
He is. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
A bloody rag. bloody piece of rag. Something was buried here. A foot. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. No. So I found the foot. Can we use the cloth on the foot? No. Anything else we can look at? There's just a foot here. Okay, guess he doesn't want to look at the foot.
Mother?
Back into the forest. Frozen puddle. The ice broke.
Don't move. We killed a pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
Glare at him?
Hey, stop that. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
Give me the book. Oh, show cloak.
Found this.
It's Mother's cloak. The baby was wrapped in it, so he must have taken it as well.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us?
Not.
You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Hey, Seno Jefe. How you doing?
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any
Mr.
plans of
Wise.
getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Ah, okay. Guess I follow the monk's trail.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only
I did,
guess.
Braxton. Last night. Or early in my morning, but yes. cross the river or follow the river? Let's cross the river.
By now, the girl's sobs had ceased, as she had fallen asleep on her father's shoulders. The water was icy, and it hurt. At one point, the boy slipped and fell. I considered my options, but standing in the middle of a stream hardly allowed for a quick escape.
And I can tell you, do you want to know what happened in the end? So I helped him up.
He slapped my hand away and pushed himself up. When we reached the bank, he was drenched and shook bitterly. He gave me a nasty glare while I was already searching the ground. There were no hoof prints on this side of the stream.
So we keep on walking.
What is it?
I'll be replaying it eventually. I only did a single stream of it. Okay.
He
Then
got
I won't
lost.
tell you.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
I think I saw when I came to GOG and you streamed. I think it was
I'm
the
too heavy, and you're too tired.
maybe the
anyway.
third one,
I will remain steadfast.
second
should
or
all
the
get some
third one. I
rest.
think it was the third one you streamed.
Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
When I came to GOG and saw you
No,
stream.
Don't go.
I think that was one of the first games I
I
saw
won't
you
be
stream.
far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Though I'd say the second one is a bit easier when it comes to the puzzles than the third one, the first one. Especially with some of the last puzzles where it's just trial and error and stuff. But I would say the second one is better. Though we did hit some of these obtuse puzzles where there was no explanation of the end game, of the end goal. And again, we hit a brick wall where, as you know, of all puzzle games or point and clicks, that all the stupid, tedious, obtuse puzzles comes in the end of the game. But still worth playing. Can I look at my book? He's getting it all wet.
Ha.
Soon I will know all by heart. Got my book back. Does the little girl want the...
He deserves a worthier enemy.
Let's do it with this guy.
No, I won't abandon him. We are fighting side by side now.
Let him sleep.
Huh? What is it? Did you hear something?
Shake head.
I don't like you.
Well,
Tell
I
me,
don't like you
why
either.
do you care about your book so much? Wait, where is it? You sneaky thief. I knew it. You just want to rob us.
No.
You took it first.
You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
The Lord of King of all France, Charles the Great.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
But I hope you're
What
doing
are
well,
you
Braxton.
rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Can't you read?
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There is something there.
What is it? A tree stump?
What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Aww.
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes
you,
you get
Jack.
lucky, but not this year. Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan, to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to
If
build churches.
soup to
Well,
Alfred.
I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in
What's
this
a
cave,
cathedral?
outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship and a home for priests and monks.
Oh.
Eat well, children. You'll need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you. Well, they're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care. More than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
Going to see a castle.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
You caught it there and cared for dinner. You ran into Tom Builder and his family. You gave Martha soup first. Alfred tolerated you. You're looking forward to finally leaving the forest. You found information about Jack and Ellen's lives as outlaws. Chapter 3. The Conspiracy. The Palace of Bishop Walren something. So what do we have? The Earl of Shine will start a war. The letter proves it. Okay. And I got my Bible. Ask Bishop Valorant for support. Let's pet the pony.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this letter.
Let's go to the palace. Can't do this. What if I fail? What if I succeed? Shouldn't be here. Perhaps the bishop won't see me. I'm just a simple monk.
Who am I to approach the bishop at dusk like a thief?
Barrels full of apples.
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I take some?
Of course. It's apples.
I will take just a couple.
A couple of apples. Let's feed the apples to the pony.
There you go. You're still hungry, aren't you?
Can we take more apples?
I already took some. I shouldn't take too many.
Come on.
I already took some. I shouldn't take too many.
There's the door. There's the building. Can't do this. What if I fail?
Why would the bishop see me? St. John's Chapel is smaller than this side building. Oh, why must I be so nervous? I trust Francis. He knows about these things.
How can I help you?
I came here to see the bishop.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I'm the prior. Oh, I'm Philip of Gwynedd.
I am Philip of Gwynedd.
And what may I tell Bishop Walerin is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
Openly address the reason.
I carry a letter that proves there will be a war.
A war?
Yes, but the bishop may be able to stop it.
It is urgent then. I will let the bishop know that you are here. Please, wait here a short while.
Okay?
I may lead only a small cell, but that does not mean my matters are of less importance. I already took some. I shouldn't take too many.
Okay.
What lies beyond this gate? Oh, I should not distract myself like this.
Hello?
Yes?
The bishop will see you now.
The bishop.
Philip of Gwynedd.
The Right Reverend Bishop Walerin Bygod.
Icon. That was his
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Walerin. I hear you've done good work at that little cell in the forest.
I'm surprised you know about it.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Timothy said you were talking about a war.
Old Bartholomew of Shiring. Do you know him well?
As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Though, of course, the church can never be involved enough. Bartholomew is a stubborn man. He is opposed to any suggestions from me, and I am his bishop.
I heard the same about the Earl of Gloucester.
How do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
Tell the truth. We're a monk.
Excuse me.
I'd
Yes.
buy that for $1.
I actually don't think I disabled TTS on it. But you know what? I'll give you one for free. Here's one attic. You madman. Let's hear Brian.
There he is, the kebab man himself. In the flesh. I finally caught you. No more rumor spreading about me and kebab. That's Mr. Kebab Man. I'm going to make you wish you never did this to me. Kebab, 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 kebab.kebab, 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 kebab, kebab.kebab,
It's all right, Braxton.
Kebab.kebab, kebab, kebab.kebab, kebab, kebab. 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 Kebab.
Well, Braxton, me and PS1 Addict have a certain thing going on. Thank you. It's actually a reference to Broken Sword about the kebab man, and we're just going around Twitch accusing each other of loving kebab, eating kebab, nothing else. We love kebab, we eat a lot of kebab, we buy kebab, we eat a kebab. Kebab. But thank you for the 100 bits. Exactly. Braxton, do you want a kebab? You want to buy a kebab? It's good kebab.
I'd buy that for $1.
Thank you for another kebab. So do you have more, did you eat more kebab than PS1 games, or do you have more PS1 games that you've eaten kebab through your life?
Francis
But thank you,
mentioned this
Haddock.
to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
You mentioned a war.
I have more PS1
Tell
games
me,
that have eaten kebab,
why
unfortunately.
are you here?
Wow. Well, if you think about it, it's less of one
Was I
kebab per day.
wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping, and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
Francis' involvement? No, do not mention Francis.
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us.
It's 1.2 kebab a day.
And did you find...
I'm just saying.
No, just the letter.
So it's a
The
1.2
messenger
kebab
carrying
a
it
day.
had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
So if you think about it, you could
And your brother
skip one day
Francis
and then
told you
have
about it.
2 kebabs the next
No.
day.
Philip,
But it's a
you've
lot of
already
meat.
told me you have talked with him about this. From the letter I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him. But there is no need
And you have to
lie
cover it.
to me.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And, don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
So, PS1 addict. If you eat 1.2 kebab a day, that will give you roughly 304 to your games, right? Though, if you eat 1.5 kebab each day, that will give you 548. So meaning if you just eat 0.3 more kebab a day, besides the 1.2, you will have eaten enough kebab for 548 games. Just saying. Or do what I did. Become great friends with your kebab man till he gives you a discount or give you it for free. What does that tell you? Return to Kingsbridge.
We should leave.
But I've already...
I'd better feed her before we leave.
I just gave you apples before. You want more apples?
I already took some. I shouldn't take too many.
Then we can't feed it, right? Or maybe I can take some hay from the... Let's see if we can take some...
I'd better feed her.
Can we take a stable full of hay?
My pony should be fed. Do I just take some hay?
You do. It's just
My
a hand.
pony needs to be fed.
A bit of wet from the cold.
The bishop might be watching. I'd better stay on the path.
Okay. But I've disabled TTS for that reason, that the bot I'm using have such a poor TTS, so I'm simply not going to use it.
Here.
Now we
I
can
believe,
leave.
old friend.
Yes.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
Find Martha.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack
I hope
would
she's
love to
not
hear about
peeing
your
in
work.
here.
Houses.
She is. There she is. So she's peeing in the cave.
They're looking for you.
True, but it's for a few seconds,
Don't want
right?
to leave.
She's just
It's
peeing.
so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again.
My mother will protect you.
My mother will protect you.
She's strong, isn't she?
She sure is.
Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
We're more now. I will always be around.
I will always be around.
That's not your job. You should look after yourself and your mother first. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
Give her your straw doll.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you.
Oh. Am I his princess?
You are. Together, you are brave and smart and will never give up.
All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Martha! Where are you?
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all.
I left the forest.
By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
So we headed towards town. We went to see the bishop. Went to see the bishop, right? Because the baby was taken by a monk. So we go to the bishop.
As we approached the building, Tom noticed the cold in Mother's eyes. Although she had agreed to accompany him to the bishop, she had remained quiet about her true feelings, while Tom didn't see it fit to ask. Gradually, the palace came into view.
We kept on walking towards the palace.
A servant to the Bishop of Shiring agreed to talk to Tom. He was hesitant, but not unwilling to hire a master builder for the winter. His expression changed, though, when he noticed Mother and me. "I am sorry," he said, not unkindly. "Maybe the Earl of Shiring will hire you. His castle is nearby, and I heard he may be in dire need of people like you." He smiled encouragingly, then sent us off, claiming his bishop had business to attend to at Kingsbridge Priory.
We went straight to Earl's Castle. The castle overlooked by Follett Shiring. Wow, look at the art.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong. And then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to get along.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house.
One man can build an entire house?
I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Thank
Why
you,
won't
PS1
anyone just
actor.
give me
Have a
something to eat?
pleasant dream, or pleasant night, evening. And thank you again for the bits. But have a pleasant evening. Enjoy yourself. Let's look at the well. The towns get their water.
Jack, be careful. Don't get too close.
Yes, Mother. Let's talk to Martha.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been to a castle before?
No.
Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast.
Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses.
Oh, like what?
Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years.
I know that one. Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
Let's talk to
Hey,
Alfred.
boy, come here.
Come here.
Say, what do you think about Tom?
He's nice.
He's nice.
Well, let me tell you something. He may seem nice, but he really doesn't care about anyone but himself. Whatever you do, he doesn't care. He'll just drag you into his own misery. So take my advice. If you and your mother want to stay, you better learn to shut up and put yourself second. That's all I'm saying.
Alfred thinks Tom doesn't care about him. Let's ask Martha about it.
Alfred doesn't like your father.
What? Oh, maybe if Papa knew that, he could do something about it. He doesn't talk to Alfred that much.
What about Mother?
Alfred thinks Tom doesn't listen to anyone.
He should tell him then.
But how can he, if Tom won't listen?
Well, if Alfred is angry at his father, he must make him listen.
That little rat.
If you keep your feelings secret, Alfred, nothing will change.
You should talk to your father.
Why would I? I'm fine. I just wanted to be nice and warn you. That's all.
Gatehouse. Is this a castle? Follow Tom.
I can't believe the Earl allowed his daughter to refuse him.
So where is Tom?
Scandalous.
William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
House. Let's talk to the knights.
Are you knights?
We are? Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the keep, and we might train you.
Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
So where's the keep? Let's walk up the wall. Let's talk to the knight, maybe. I can see Shiring and the bishop's palace. Is that a forest behind it all? Guess it is.
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare? All right, then. Let's see what you've got.
ask, are you a knight?
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating.
Blink.
Ah, reckoned you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but my mistake. Another time, perhaps. Cheers, lad.
Aww. Will you be fighting soon?
Will you be fighting soon?
Why are you asking? All right, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy?
Stare.
Excellent. Looks like you can keep your mouth shut after all. You want to be in on the real deal now? Then just say the words, "What's your bloody secret, catface?"
What's your bloody secret, Catface?
Well put, boy. Well put. For bloody it is. We are all going to fight soon. It's for a thing called loyalty. See, all these knights are loyal to one man, and he is loyal to another. And he then is loyal to yet another, a woman, who is the rightful queen of the English. For some here, loyalty's all about coin and favors and power. But for me, it's all about whom I trust, whom I'd follow all the way to hell for all the right reasons. Going to hell together with confidence and trust. It's what's holding this world together, boy. So, you understood my little secret? Good.
Do you need a mason?
Do you need a mason?
Me? Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that, I don't know a bloody thing about building, and I don't want to. All I care about is a good sturdy wall and some hot tar to keep my enemies warm. That reminds me of a story. You want to hear a story, boy? But back in my day, I was also quite the stealthy bastard, if I may say so. So this one time, me and my men lay siege to this castle. While both sides rested for the night, I took my crowbar and swam over to the enemy. There was this piece of wall where the mortar had gone away, and one could easily look through the holes into their courtyard. So what did I do? I smoothly tore a hole with my crowbar and snuck inside. Then, what you want to do is hit them where it really hurts. And that's not always the groin. In this case, it was their old well barely standing up. So, one kick, and all its rocks tumbled and covered the hole. From then on, they were without water. The shortest siege in the history of sieges. And not one man died. All because I had an eye on the wall and made good use of that well.
That's what knights do?
Knights do a lot of things, lad.
How did you end at the siege?
How did you end that siege again?
I looked for a wall where the mortar was gone, and I kicked in their ramshackle well. Easy.
Leave.
Huh.
What a strange boy.
Guess we go to the keep.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Oh, I wanted to follow him, but no.
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
Nah, I'm gonna wait. Chicken leg. Oh, that smell. If Tom gets work, will we get to eat this? So tasty. So now we can give the knights a letter. Burnt letter. Inspect. Lady Elena, I wait our union with great excitement. My father is one of the richest men in the country, and yours the Earl of Shirling. We shall be powerful as no other family. But you need not blush about our upcoming meeting, my lady. You will suit me well. My father is building us a home. You will cook, clean, host guests, and tend to my horses. Long nights shall be your reward. William Hamley. Wow. The Earl? That must be the Earl.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Of course. You're the Earl, after all.
A title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
Can we talk to him?
We only know what's happening in the south. But Earl Robert is in the west.
Together we control the entire southwest.
Not all of it, but we have messengers in place to keep us informed about everything. Now, be quiet for a moment. I need to think.
Can we talk with the young knight?
You there, what do you want? My father and I have important business, so go play in the yard with the other children.
Upstairs.
Stop right there.
Nope. I'm not gonna stop.
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
Lady Aliena?
Lady Aliena?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although, I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed.
I kind of like they
For
call
now,
him
she's
Broom
just
Man.
the Earl of Shire.
Not servant or...
And quite good at her role.
Whatever.
if I may say
Broom
so.
Man. There's really a princess in the tower? I want to see the lady.
I want to see the lady.
My, you are just as rude as her previous visitor, aren't you? All want but no manners.
Can I see her?
May I see her?
May I?
As I said already, she won't receive any more visitors today. At least not any scoundrels. Not after that Hamley boy tried to propose to her. Again. She'd rather enjoy some quiet than another wide-eyed piglet who thinks himself a minstrel. Now don't start singing, please.
Hamley?
Hamley?
Yes, Percy Hamley's son, William. Now, off you go.
May I see the lady?
May I see the lady?
I told you she is not in the mood for pushy boys right now. She prefers someone a little more pleasant. And farewell to you.
Can we ask him about this?
May I see the lady?
I told you she is not in the
Okay.
in the mood for pushy boys. She prefers...
Bye. Is there anything else on the desk? Can we ask him about seeing the lady?
If you want something, talk to me.
So, have you heard about anyone else who might need a mason?
I found this in the
Last
keep's
summer
kitchen.
they were building up
Can
the
you teach me how to be a
monastery
knight now?
but they might be finished
Shit.
now.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
You can't just steal from the
Really
Earl.
too many
We were
masons for too
messing
little
with
work.
you, lad. Just messing.
Put that thing away.
What about
Quick.
Earl's
Let's
clothes?
pretend we didn't see it.
That's up to the Earl and his steward to decide. I can't say anything.
Alfred is angry.
What? Why?
He says you're selfish and don't care about him.
Thank you for telling me, Jack. I will talk to him later.
Tom, do you want a piece of chicken?
Alfred said he was hungry.
Okay. He's talking. He's taking Mother away from us.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
They refused you? Tell Tom about Aliena.
Did you know there's a princess living here?
Well, I heard the Earl has a daughter, but that's about it.
Something else. They refused you?
They refused you.
Oh, just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
Tom needs work. I must keep an eye out for things to repair. What do you need work for?
What do you need work for?
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing and we don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Okay, I'll leave.
I'm going to talk to some people. You just keep an eye out. And if you see something I can fix, let me know.
Rocks as straight as trees. An entrance made of wood. So strange.
Is anything broken here?
My nose, I guess, and a few of my ribs.
Apart from that, we're fine.
This looks good to me. I wonder what people think about the princess.
Let's walk up the wall and see if we can spot something or talk to the knight on the wall. There are these battlements. Walls like a ravine. So straight and even. Must be hard to find stone like that. The battlements are falling apart. Would you need... Oh no, not him.
There's a princess in that tower.
You mean Lady Aliena? Right. She is something, isn't she?
She is.
There is a wall crumbling.
Well, it's a good thing that we aren't going to battle soon, isn't it?
Anything else we can talk with him about? No.
Are you a knight?
I'll be would have risked my life. Be warned, lad. Get a job that pays. Not one where you have to pay for a new horse every time someone kicks your arse. Being a knight costs you, especially when you're also a drunkard. Damn, if only I'd known.
So let's go back and tell Tom about the wall. Yeah, maybe you should stop being a drunkard. Same thing. I was thinking about the
The
same thing.
battlements are broken.
I noticed that already. Now, see if you can spot any more damage. Even
Hey.
better, keep an ear out for gossip about the Earl. If we can figure out what kind of man he is, we might learn what's important to him.
Hey, Tom needs more work. I must keep an eye out for things to repair. How's the forces? Let's go up on the wall. Let's go around the wall and see if there's something we spot. I don't see anything in the gatehouse. Is that a castle? Huge pile of rock.
This looks good to me.
Okay. I can see sharing. Does that need repair?
I don't know.
No. You don't know? Go back down. Oh, the well is broken. The well is ramshackle. Let's get Alfred the piece of chicken.
Where did you get that?
Just eat it.
I can see we're going to be good friends.
And where's Tom now? Oh, there he is. Tell him about the well.
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Yeah, very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage. And tell me if you learn anything about the Earl.
Tom needs more work. More stuff we need to find. Okay. Phew! Let's go back to the keep and see if there's something here in the keep we can find. This seems pretty nice.
No. The Earl is busy, boy.
I won't say it again. Go play.
Tom wouldn't find work here.
Boy, do us a favour and stay small.
There are too many fully grown bastards out there already.
Hard to tell where to stick your sword first.
Okay, so we need a second place that needs repair. The gatehouse?
This looks good to me.
So the well is broken, we know that so far. Or we can tell the girl about the princess.
There are so many knights here. Do you think there's also a princess?
There is one.
There is one.
What?
There is a princess here.
Oh, show me.
Oh, look at the dog.
My lady,
Yes, Matthew?
there are 2 children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl and an annoying boy.
Well, considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up. Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you?
Are you a princess?
You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Say something
Yes,
clever.
please. Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
That's my mother.
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
Never had a father.
I never had a father.
Where did you come from then?
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something. Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'll ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
The princess told me the Earl is expecting an attack.
How did it go?
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack?
Tom needs more work. So where's the last piece that is broken? We've gotten the well. We've got part of the...
The Lady Aliena thinks there will be an attack.
Here, go find Tom and tell him.
Maybe that's the last piece of work he needs? No, I... Okay. No, not the slingshot.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage.
Where is that last piece of damage? I would presume it's in the keep. A tower. Like Mother's ballads. Is that the...
I don't know.
You don't know much, huh?
This looks good to me.
No, not the wall. We want to go back to the keep. I don't see anything else is broken here. Maybe Matthew has something? Or maybe we can go up to the tower and see it since we know the princess now.
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
Oh. What happened if I ask him again?
Tom wouldn't find work here.
I told you. Stop right there. I'm sorry, boy.
May I see
May
the
I
lady?
see the lady?
I told you she preferred.
Anyone you else have spotted some damage? Must be on the wall somewhere. Yeah, but I couldn't interact with the barrels. And he is a mason, though, right? So what would he know about the barrels, right? We have the stable. The barrel here. The walls. Big gaps between the rocks. There it is. One of the walls looks broken.
There is a wall without mortar.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye. Well, that should do for now. Now, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son. Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Look, I'd like to give you work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defenses are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah. The keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word with you?
Well, we have a home. For now. Is that all right for you all?
Of course.
Alfred?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're a builder. I think you have a say in it too.
It's fine with me.
Grab your things, everyone, and follow me. It's time we put a roof over our heads.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
You successfully asked Bishop Weller for help. You told Bishop Warren about Francis' involvement. You gave Martha your straw knight to help her be brave. You and your new family reached Earl's castle. You gave Alfred something to eat and strengthened your friendship. You earned Sir Catfish's trust and learned his secret. You had to give him more than time to cure. Can't just block a door on the moment's notice. I know. I was also waiting. Attack. Let's just put up a wall and blow on it till it dries. You told Elena about Jack's father. You stole the chicken leg from the knights. You found William Hanley's letter to Lady Elena. You helped Tom to find work in Earl Castle. Chapter 3 completed. The Prior of Kingsbridge.
It's good you sent your brother to tell your flock in St. John's about your nomination. If you'd gone yourself, they might not have let you leave again.
There is a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today.
Why so pessimistic?
Many of the brothers still want Remigius to become prior.
Philip.
Yes?
There was an incident with one of our novices.
What kind of incident?
Remigius caned him. He was bleeding all over.
He could barely walk, but walk he did. We called out for him, but he did not turn around. He never looked back.
He ran away?
He is not the first. And it wasn't the first time Brother Marcus was punished either.
Brother Marcus?
Yes, he stole my keys and food. You reported him to Remigius.
I did, but he is practically a child.
Remigius really goes too far.
Last year he hit a novice. The poor soul became deaf in one ear.
Tell me, Philip, what will be the first thing that you do when you're elected?
We will repair the cathedral, we will build a scriptorium, we will become self-sufficient. We will definitely not cane our novices.
We must not cane our novices.
No, we must not.
Deus caritas est.
I remember that I found words carved into wood in the mill. A brother named Thomas wrote them. He wrote about canings as well.
Thomas?
Yes, he left as well, over a year ago.
It was the same as with Brother Marcus.
Remigius.
Yes.
I will talk to him about it, no matter if I'm elected prior or not.
You cannot go in there. What was that? Who are these people?
Step back. Step back, I said.
What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis.
Find out what's going on. So, I'm gonna put in the safe. Gonna refill my coffee. Go for a pee break. And then we can continue on. So, I'll be right back. Get yourself some coffee, stretch your legs, whatever. And I'll see you in a few. Yo, I'm back. Let's just wait for the OBS to capture the game. Yes, game. Yo, OBS. Not gonna capture it. Jesus. Okay. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? There we go. OBS is weird. So, find out what's going on. There's some monks here.
Brother Philip, I'm afraid these soldiers are looking for your brother. He has just arrived. 2 of them followed him into the cloister.
No.
Milius and Cupboard.
What is
Cubus.
this?
It's an invasion, that's what it is.
They said they're looking for someone. They were questioning some of our brothers.
Let's talk to the knights.
What is happening here?
Return to your brothers, monk.
We'll question you soon enough.
More knights.
What are you doing here?
You'll know soon.
Let's go to the cloister. This William.
What's your name? It would be easier for us all if you just came with us.
What about the child? Is it yours?
Francis.
Like it or not, you'll be coming with us.
Francis and
We
strangers.
were looking for
No.
You must be mistaken.
We got your description.
What are you doing here? And who is that?
I found him. In the woods.
Hey!
Hey! We fed him goat's milk in St. John's. Johnny Eightpence did. He says he misses you.
He was always very sentimental.
Hey! Philip, you must not tell these men my name. My Lord Robert of Gloucester believes me to be in Winchester.
I gave the letter to the bishop. He said he'd help.
May God have mercy on us. I was wrong to send you.
What is it?
These men are with the bishop. He is here, in Kingsbridge.
The bishop is here?
Hey, you two. You should listen when you're spoken to. Who are you? And what about the child?
Did you make it? Did you two do it and make a little baby? By God, you look so funny. Oh, come on, let me hold him.
A name, or both of your names. Come on, you two.
Protect the child.
Give us something we can work with.
The child is under my protection.
Oh, is it now?
Good for you, monk. What's your name? And don't pretend you can't talk, because I'm sick of listening to you.
I am Philip. Philip of Gwynedd.
It's him we're looking for, not the other one.
Monks, they all look alike.
We were looking for you. Bishop Wailerun wants to see you.
Oh.
We found him. He's here. Tell the bishop.
They found the monk.
The bishop. Tell the bishop.
Go on, monk. We'll all keep an eye on you.
You will be safe. We have come just for you, so move.
Face the bishop.
Go on, monk.
That's him. That's the monk. Tell the bishop. Amen. I thought he would at least be taller than me.
What is going on here, Philip? I don't know.
The bishop knows he's here. We told him. He's expecting you. Et cum nobibus et fideli Deum omnis hocus, et qui eo pupuverunt, et flangens super eum omnis tribus terrae etiam. Amen. 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 Sancta Maria Mater Dei, Sancta Maria Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
Philip. There you are.
The Right Reverend Bishop Wayland Bygott.
Philip and I are already acquainted.
You were looking for me, my bishop?
I was. Remigius, Philip does look distressed, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Tell me, what is on your mind?
Soldiers invaded the priory.
Soldiers have invaded the priory.
Invaded? Oh, of course. I have gotten too used to the presence of knights and nobles. The work of a bishop. The reason why these men are outside right now is your letter, Philip. As I suspected, it did convince my allies to go against the Earl of Shiring. These allies of mine insisted that their knight should accompany me along with their son, and very soon they will ride against the Earl.
I understand, my bishop.
Philip, I have the feeling that there is a storm rising. Right here, in Kingsbridge. And in the eye of that storm stands one man. You. Around you, things begin moving. Don't they, Remigius?
Yes.
But there is one important thing you have kept from me.
There is? My bishop?
You did not mention that you, Philip, were nominated to be Prior of Kingsbridge. The brothers here will elect their new prior today, will they not?
The election will take place in a few hours, my bishop.
We need a strong prior. James was my friend, but a strong prior he was not. We are in agreement on these matters, are we not, Remigius?
Of course, Right Reverend. The bishop and I agreed you should have this.
Prior James's rosary. It was found by Sub-Prior Regimus at the river near the spot where Kingsbridge old prior is believed to have broken into the ice. To this day, James's grave in the cathedral remains empty. The icy stream must likely carry the prior body away. The monks believe that James was chased onto the ice in the small hours of Christmas Day. Some believe that by the devil himself, but who is to tell what happened? For there was no one on the river that night aside from Prior James, was there? Philip received the rosary in January of 1136 from Regimus and Bishop Walleran as a token of goodwill and trust on the day of the election of the new prior of Kingsbridge.
Very well. Now, when your distinguished guests arrive, what will be the subject of your first sermon as the new prior of Kingsbridge?
Our prior is not superior. Talk about courage and change. Courage and change. No, he is an ass. He was supposed to help us. finding the heir to finding the heir, right? Finding this missing son. Gonna about courage and change.
I think what I would talk about is... I beg your forgiveness, but I do not understand.
Most of your brothers agree with me on this matter. Remigius has talked to them. They will vote for you.
As will I. And I will support you in your duties in my role as sub-prior.
A role you have fulfilled wonderfully in the past, Remigius. Wonderfully.
My bishop?
Philip of Gwynedd. You will be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
In humbleness, I stand before you, most humbled by your trust and humbled by the great tasks ahead of us. We must restore Kingsbridge to do justice to the glory of God and to his mercy. The desperate and the hopeless everywhere shall hear our bells. They shall see our towering cathedral. Our great church will become a guiding light, but first and foremost, through our actions and our faith, we ourselves shall be such a light. A light to the lost, the hurt, and the suffering on their path to God.
The Earl of Shiring is not in attendance, it seems.
He is not. Shameful. He's busy preparing his siege on Winchester.
I trust he does not know we are about to foil his plans, Percy.
Answer the bishop, my husband.
No, he does not expect us, not at all. My men are ready.
So is our son.
Excellent. Excellent.
There you are. What's the matter?
Did I have a father?
Yes. Everyone has a father.
What happened to him?
What happened to him?
He died before you were born.
How could he be my father if he died before I was born?
Babies grow from a seed. The seed comes out of a man's prick and is planted in a woman's cunny. Then the seed grows into a baby in her belly, and when it's ready, it comes out.
Is Tom gonna plant a seed in you?
Is Tom gonna plant a seed in you?
Maybe.
Then you will have a new baby.
A brother for you. Would you like that?
I don't care. Tom's taken you away from me already. A brother wouldn't make a difference.
Nobody will ever take me away from you.
What was my father's name?
Jack. The same as you. They called him Jack Sherberg.
So, if there's another Jack, I can tell people that I'm Jack Jackson?
You can. People don't always call you what you want them to, but you can try. What is that? Jack, find the others. Then hide and don't come out till I tell you.
You have become Prior Kingsbridge. Valerian does as you ask. His allies, the Hamleys, attack Earl's castle. The thief you reported, Brother Marcus, fled the priory after a severe caning. Caning. Chapter 5. The Man in the Flames.
Oh, there are at least 200 of them at the river.
Knights, again? What colors do they wear?
They are not knights, Philip.
They say they cannot pay.
It is all right, Brother Paul.
I told them that there's a toll.
Who is your leader? Who will speak for you?
No one will speak for us, monk.
We were chased from every village.
They are outlaws.
We are no outlaws.
We come from Earl's Castle.
They killed our men.
My child. They killed my child.
By God. We cannot feed you. We barely have enough for ourselves.
We will give them shelter.
We will give them shelter.
Philip, we have not enough room.
We will give you all shelter, all of you.
I wish I had more to give.
More? We've given away almost all the food we have. What will these poor people eat tomorrow?
Before they came here, they fed themselves. They worked. Surely they can do that again.
There are more coming. Word is spreading fast.
What do we do now, Philip?
Give me the rest of the bread.
But...
Here, Philip.
The last bread we have.
Then help to clean out the empty houses and tend to the injured.
You heard our prior, brothers.
Children without parents.
The children are all alone. None of them are crying.
Let's give them some bread.
Children, take some food. Please, take it. You have to eat. Here, I will put it here. Eat when you're hungry.
There are hungry women and children. Let's give hungry women and children some food.
Take some bread for your children.
This is not enough.
He has more bread. I saw it.
Please, our children are starving.
Give us bread for our children.
Let's give them the last piece.
I gave all I could give.
Let's give the injured people some bread.
Take some bread.
Only one loaf of bread for all of us?
In Wiggly they spat on us, and now you want to complain when this monk shows mercy.
But
Thank you, Father.
Please, give some to those people over there.
Us. We have
Why did this happen?
What did we
Our
do
children
wrong?
will die in this cold.
Wake
Please,
up, Pa.
let us stay. We can work.
Philip's note on the refugees. I sat with the refugees who had sought shelter at our priory. They told me horrifying stories. Politically, the seizure of Earl's Castle was a strategic move to support King Stephen, but for these men, women, and children, it was a great tragedy. They told me of William Hamley and 3 other horsemen leading an army of knights. They trampled those who fell, set their houses ablaze, and yelled at them to scream louder. The townspeople fled with nothing to take with them and nowhere to go. Just hearing about it sent shivers down my spine. If we had not gotten involved, this would not have happened.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Yes?
I am Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, they look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
Grabbing refugees are more important.
Do you not see how many there are in need? They need help as much as you do.
They all followed a profession once. They all want to work.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept. But I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God, then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Why can't Tom repair the church?
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
Well, they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have work for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Do they know you?
Do they know you?
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Collapsed tower.
Monks may be whips,
What did they do?
but they take care of their own.
He will grow up to be a monk.
He will.
There's a big door here. Everything here is a big door.
Fall over already!
Staples. Old monk.
I am not a ghost, little redhead, even if I am at death's door. If you go first, I will put you in the ground. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one, too, when my time comes. Agreed?
Do not agree.
Oh, that's not very nice. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
A pony. Go in the back. There's a big door. There's another door. Let's try the big door here. So this is the cathedral. Can we kick it to some more?
Fall over already!
There's another door. And another door.
Yes? Oh, hello. I'm afraid we're out of food.
Who is it?
The mason's boy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Loose earth. Like the mound in the forest. Kick it. Talk to the monk.
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you?
No, I'm from the forest.
I'm from the forest.
From the forest? I saw you. You must be a refugee. Don't lie about it. We monks do not do things like lying. You again. You don't have to. Oh, why are they taking? He's always hearing things. First it's Adolphus, now Prior James. What's next?
Maybe it was Brother Marcus. Stealing food. No. After that beating, he would never come back. What if it is Prior James? James is dead. He's still in the river.
I will not change my mind on this matter. We will help them, all of them. Remigius, do you truly want to leave these people to die?
We should remove ourselves from the world, my prior. It is for God to decide, not us.
We will help these people. We must. And remember, I will make sure that you will not unleash your anger on our novices anymore.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Jack Jackson.
Jack Jackson.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it. He is her son. And of a man called Jack.
Oh, I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in a hunter's net sang sweeter then than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey. The lark is freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Many, many candles. Staircase up. do know a crack in the wall, right? A crack in the wall. The church is broken. There's a bowl here. A bowl. Let's blow out the candle. Oh, so now we got a candle. Can we go to the crypt, maybe? It's locked.
It won't move.
Okay. I see a stone man lying on a slab. Is there God always ramble about? Okay. Let's go. Let's go up the staircase. What do we have? What do we got? There's a nest here. An abandoned bird's nest.
Very, very dry.
Are we gonna put the shit on? It's so high. Are we gonna put the tower on fire? Writing. Someone carved something in here. Inscription. Hora fugit facta manan. Menin. I have no idea what that means. But cool. Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna put the tower on fire? Do it for Tom.
If they need to build a new cathedral, Tom will get work. And we can stay here. Tom always talks about wanting to work on a cathedral.
I guess we did. Okay.
What? So much smoke.
Fire.
I can barely breathe.
Get out. Why did I go upstairs where I started the fire? That was a hooded man?
There's a breeze coming from the back.
Hole in the wall.
You! I know you. Your maximum. It is you. By God and the devil! They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you. To all of them. For my sins. Cast me into the lake of fire.
My dear brother, Francis.
Francis, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory.
You did.
Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here.
Francis is responsible?
These people were driven from the castle of the Earl of Shiring. Never had I expected a visit from you to cause such grim consequences. I told you that I want to help to stop the war. Now, I find that I have started a war myself. Is this your diplomacy? Are these your politics? A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin.
I will let them stay.
Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered.
Psst, if you haven't noticed, your tower is on fire. Tell Francis about the baby.
Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. The gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother. Even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is.
End letter.
I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I've made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. And I hope he forgives my harsh words. Your brother, Philip.
Let's look at the window. What is that smell?
No, no, no! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
Well, the tower fell. Aftermath.
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
Someone set fire to the roof?
Someone set fire to the roof.
Do you suspect anyone?
No. The church was empty when we locked the doors.
Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something.
Staff.
Tell me, what do you see?
Dawn.
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now.
You were in favor of taking the refugees in. You considered Francis and Philip responsible for the attack on Earl's Castle. You refused to bury Arnold after his death. Because of you, the monks know that Tom and Ellen are unmarried. Although Philip learned the truth about Ellen, she's allowed to stay. You burned the cathedral for Tom. You inspired Philip to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral. And with this, I'm going to say goodnight. Let's just watch the intro here. And then I'm going to log off because
I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Winchester Courtyard.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course.
Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Well, it's somewhat of a short game, right? It has 7 chapters, I think. We're already on chapter 6, so it's short chapters. But the story is great.
Haste. I want to go hunting in the New Forest.
England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
Or maybe it's longer, I don't know. I thought it had 7
This is
chapters.
Wayleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Wayleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail.
I think it has
alive.
more, now that I think about it.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Wayleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Wayleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Earl's Castle, not Bishop Wayleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
A dog.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Philip, Wayleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Bishop Henry said a confession for Bartholomew might help us. So, let's put in a safe. What? Ah! I misclicked.
From what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes.
Then the king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England? Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
Now I can save. This. Save. Back. Back to the title screen. But I think you're right, because this is the first book. Here's the second book. So there's 21 chapters in total, so 7 chapters per book. So it's actually a longer game than I thought. There are 3 books. So this book has 7 chapters. Book 2 has 6 chapters. And the last book has 7 chapters. 6 chapters. Okay. So we got a lot more to run. I thought it was like that the first game that it had 7 in total. But I guess it has 21. And we got a lot more to go on. But I'm gonna call it a night. I didn't get much sleep